second is the Hema Committee report that came out in August. So a big, heartfelt, deep gratitude to the ladies that lead WCC. And we're hoping that massive change is going to happen, and both are historic events. And I was very happy being a Pahadi before I met the Malayalis. And since I met the Malayalis, I'm like, kaun si chakki ka pisada. There are the journey of All We Imagine as Light can almost be categorized between AC and BC, which is before Can and after Can. I know you guys have spoken intensively about your film. I want to know, Payal, what have the last 6 months been like since the win at Cannes?
It has been great. I haven't been able to go to all the festivals or everywhere that's been, but every day we get few messages or emails from different part of the world that how it resonated with them, even though they are not from India or they're not from here, and it's very regional in a way, but it's very universal language. That's been so far, it resonates with them like beautifully is how it's been so far. And wherever I've been for festival directly, it's been too overwhelming that generally they're like, okay, let's not go there because we don't have the bandwidth to receive all that. And yeah, from the critics also, whatever I've read online and everything, or directly, it's been really warm and welcoming. Even at Cannes, just right after the premiere, when we used to walk on the street, people randomly will come to us and we really loved your film. So that has been really nice, yes.
I am speaking Malayalam, sorry. Especially I'm in my hometown.
You absolutely don't have to apologize for that. Go for it.
എനിക്കങ്ങനെ ഈ ഒരു ഫിലിം ശരിക്കും എല്ലാവരുടെയും അത്രയും കൊളാബറേറ്റീവ് ആയിട്ടുള്ളൊരു വർക്കായിരുന്നു. അപ്പം ശരിക്കും അത്രയും ഓരോരുത്തരും അത്രയ്ക്കും വർക്ക് ചെയ്തിട്ട് തന്നെയാണ് അത് ഇപ്പം കാൻസിലെത്തുമ്പോഴും അത് ശരിക്കും ഡിസേർവ് ചെയ്യുന്നു, അങ്ങനെ ഒരു ഫീലായിരുന്നു എനിക്കുണ്ടായിരുന്നത്. കാൻസിന് ശേഷം ആണെങ്കിലും കുറച്ച് സമയം എടുക്കും അതൊന്ന് പ്രോസസ്സ് ചെയ്യാൻ വേണ്ടിയിട്ട്. നമ്മൾ അവിടെ ആയിരിക്കുമ്പം ഒന്നും അറിയുന്നില്ല, വേറെ ഏതോ ഒരു ഭയങ്കര സെറിയലായിട്ടുള്ള ഒരു സ്ഥലത്താണുള്ളത്. അത് കഴിഞ്ഞ് ഇവിടെ വന്നിട്ട് കിട്ടുന്ന ഈ പറഞ്ഞ പോലെ എല്ലാ ദിവസവും ഒരു ടെക്സ്റ്റെങ്കിലും ഇതുമായിട്ട് ബന്ധപ്പെട്ട് കിട്ടുന്നുണ്ട്. ശരിക്കും ഭയങ്കര ഓവർവെൽമിംഗ് ആണ്. പക്ഷെ ആസ് എൻ ആക്ടർ ഞാൻ ലുക്ക് ഫോർവേഡ് ചെയ്യുന്നത് ഇനി എനിക്ക് വരുന്ന ഈ സിനിമ കണ്ടിട്ട് വരുന്ന ഫാൻസ് കൊണ്ടല്ല, ഈ സിനിമ കണ്ടിട്ട് ഇനി മുമ്പിലോട്ട് ഉണ്ടായേക്കാവുന്ന അല്ലെങ്കിൽ ഉണ്ടാകാൻ പോകുന്ന ഓപ്പർച്യൂണിറ്റീസ് ആണ് ഞാൻ ശരിക്കും ലുക്ക് ഫോർവേഡ് ചെയ്യുന്നത് ഇതിനേക്കാളും. താങ്ക് യു.
One of the nicest things that came out of being at the festival is that our film will get a distribution, and that is for me the most happy thing, because my previous film didn't get seen that much. At least with this one, it took to go to Cannes to be getting the distribution, but at least it's going to release here. So that is, I think, the greatest joy for any filmmaker, and I really hope that people accept the film and come to watch it.
I am just really happy to be part of the team. I don't have anything much to say. I've been awestruck since like day one. I've always wanted to be a part of the team. After the audition also, like I used to like keep texting Kani Kusruti like, am I getting it? Am I getting it? It's been like 2-3 months, and finally, like yeah, I did get in, and I've always wanted to work with Payal. She's a magician, like on set while we do workshops. Yeah, I'm just like really happy, and I'm like quite anxious when I see a lot of crowds. So I'm like ending my conversation here.
You know what is fantastic is that it's a truly pan-Indian film, and it will release on the 22nd of November. And what Payal said is true, that films that do a deeper dive, that have a very different beat than mainstream films, it is really hard for them to find distribution. And there is a lot there is a lot of material out there which is not going to find a release. Payal, I want to know from you, since you've worked in the industry for a while, what can be done to actually change that? How do you address that? You've found distribution, your film is going to release and probably find a home in a OTT. But that is a pressing problem that the industry has right now. In your experience, what have you seen in the journey of All We Imagine Is Light can be altered to figure out a pathway for films like these to find an audience?
I think I don't really know what the solution is, but what has helped me is the crossover of having somebody who, spirit media and the crossover between the mainstream and so-called independent. If all the industry sees itself as one and not separate, then we can all be more supportive of independent movies, because it doesn't take all that much. So, it's just a little bit of support, and independent films will get distribution, can get exhibition. But I think in Kerala, at least, there is some hope. Movies do get distribution here. Some distributors are here also today in the audience, and they've had to face the struggle, but they are doing it. So in that sense, there is some hope, I think.
Hridhu was talking about workshops, and I know it's been spoken about a lot in the interviews that you guys have done, that there was intensive workshopping, and but some magic has come out of that workshopping and that process, which is that the film has got the awards that it has and the resonance that it has found with people. Can you take me through the process of, making All We Imagine Is Light and being a part of Payal's process, and how's that altered you, if at all, as artists?
As an artist, I don't know, but as a person, it has changed me.
That's wonderful.
So for me, the character I play, Prabha, is not someone I can't be friends with people like that. So I used to tell Payal, why is she like this? And many women are probably like this, I don't know. I'm always be like Parvati or someone, I look up to someone like Parvati. Who has lived that many years and still have the resilience to go through. So I really don't understand when people are like Prabha. So I'm always, when I see she's like this, that's what I always felt. So I think with Payal, I have had conversations where and she was like, people are like that too, Kani? And I'm like, yeah. So I don't know, somewhere I think I started becoming just be, how to have friendships with also women or men, whom you are okay, this is my line. I think my line has gone stretched a little more. How to be accommodative of people a little more, which is also the film about, yes, being inclusive and everything. So I think as a person, it has opened up me, which I was probably when I was younger. Then I think in between I was you get hurt a lot, or a friendship is like a give and take between two people, and if the other person is not accepting you, you also not able to accept, then you just walk away. And sometimes that is needed too. But then I think I became more and more, I'm very selective now. Okay, this is the person in me that other people are not. But I think working in this film made me feel okay, maybe it's time to again open up and be inclusive of more diverse people, and how can we have a dialogue, and how can I also learn to grow together or something. That has happened to me after the film.
More empathy. That is a huge thing.
I totally agree with it, and this is the first time I'm getting this much time to prepare for the character, and I'm first time I'm playing a role like Anu, very younger version and very spontaneous, energetic character. When you look at my previous characters, they all are very mature kind of character. And Payal's involvement in workshops incredible. So that actually helped me. So after the film, as an actor, the ability to recreate the same scene, that actually increased in me, because Payal used to document all scenes while we workshopping. So during shooting, actually, if she feels like she want more takes like that, so she used to show us the documented scenes. So so we have to recreate the same, like even the nuances, poses, everything. So it's actually helped me to recreate the same scene as an actor that she's needed. No? Yeah.
Hridhu, you probably came on board about 2 days before the shooting began. How did you catch up?
We had like few days, like 5 days.
It's like 5 is better than 2.
Yeah, I mean, there was shoot after that, like for a few days, and then there was break, and then we had time for workshops again for like the next, no, not next schedule. I had breaks in between, so I was the last one to be cast, and quite confused right now. No, I don't know. I don't know what to say. Right, as in, just one moment. Okay, about the workshop. Okay, honestly, I felt after the workshop, I had after the All We Imagine As, like the whole workshop, the shoot, I had my next film, and I was able to clearly see how much how much inputs I can give as an actor. I could see what I've been doing. Like, I can see what I'm doing. As in all, there's been less of a clarity as an actor, but our will has Payal and our whole procedure preparation has made me like definitely improve as an actor. That All We Imagine As Light has been a major catalyst to all these years of experience. I would say, you know, all these years as in 5, 6, like not all these years, just 5, 6, and yeah, I'm just extremely grateful, like very grateful to be like here, you know, like as in not here, as in to like be a part of the team. And yes, that's pretty much it. Thank you.
One of the things, one of many things that you speak about, and many narratives that you very quietly and tenderly break through the film. I think one of the things that I really loved, and I have also in my life begun to appreciate far more as one gets on in years, is friendship. You know, and I know it does talk about sisterhood, but it is a film about friendship, also amongst other things. Where did the kernel of the idea originate, and how did you decide to focus on that through this story?
Even I hold friendship as to be a very open relationship with a lot of possibility. So even my previous movie is dedicated to my friends, and I think that. And I've said this many times, so sorry for those who already heard me say it, but I feel like in our country, all relationships are very bogged down with definitions. What is mother, what is father? Oh, it becomes too much sometimes for me. So, and family, like all the things inside the family. And for me, friendship is still something that is more open, where it's depending on the relationship between two people. We can decide what
There's
kind
a lot
of
of
friends,
agency.
what kind of friends we want to be, which can give a lot of possibilities that can overcome, the restrictions that making families in India do have, and we all know what it means. So friendship has that possibility. So for me, in the face of what the kind of society we are in today that really likes to divide in terms of identity, friendship gives a possibility to cross that gap, I feel, at least. And it's the feeling I've always had being a student at FTI or being a filmmaker, because at the end of the day, your unit is a unit of friends. Like, you spend so much time with everybody, like so many people are here are filmmakers, and we know that it becomes like very close connections. So that is also a kind of friendship that we have in films, and some of us work with the same people many times also, and those bonds are created like just because we are friends, and we appreciate something about each other, which is very fundamental, I think. And in the course of this film also, the kind of friends I've made with them, it's been one of the things that I cherish the most. Spending more time with them, and we also lived together during the shooting and working together. It was not like work, because they gave 150% to to everything we did. It wasn't like they were coming to act in the movie, but it was everybody's film, and that I think it comes from forming a friendship also.